Hey, what up everybody? This is Stephen Breach coming to you. I know that last week we had Sting named to go into the WWE Hall of Fame, and there was a lot of people out there that were for it, and there was a lot of people out there that was against it. Tickets went on sale that week for the WWE Hall of Fame, which is going to be taking place in Dallas, I believe at the home of the Dallas Mavericks. And it sold out. Tickets were gone and instantaneously as soon as they were put up. All I can tell you is that my immediate thoughts today when several names were released that were going into the WWE Hall of Fame with Sting this year was I'm glad that me, Ravi, and Miguel all sold out our tickets. I know that Miguel sold his to our buddy Griff. He sold his like the moment Sting's name was announced. I sold mine to my good buddy Steven. And Ravi, he said he sold it, but I don't even know who bought it, to be honest. But today, the report was put out basically on a website, basically saying that through a WWE source, the names have leaked for the 2016 WWE Hall of Fame. Two of these names are put on two separate reports that are not linked together, coming from the same place. So I guess you can easily say that Jacqueline and the Freebirds will be going into the Hall of Fame. And then joining them would be JBL, The Godfather, and Regis Philbin. Honestly, when I went to the Hall of Fame and Ron Simmons was put in a couple of years ago, I think that was the year that we were in Miami, but I'm not 100% sure. JBL's speech putting Ron Simmons into the Hall of Fame was awesome. It was money. I love the JBL Legend Show on the WWE Network. I know that some people don't like JBL on Raw and SmackDown, but I think that when he's just talking freely, I think that he's great, and I think that he would give a really, really good Hall of Fame speech, even though I'm not really 100% sold that he's a Hall of Fame wrestler for WWE. I mean, he had one hell of a run when he took the ball and ran with it on SmackDown, when they really didn't have anybody else due to injury. He came up with the JBL, I am a wrestling god. He was the longest reigning SmackDown champion. And I don't think when that ball started rolling, I don't think that anybody thought JBL was going to be holding the title that long, overcoming the Undertaker and Batista and so many guys that he went up against at the time. Jacqueline going into the Hall of Fame. I know that people look at her, she's one hell of a wrestler. But in my mind, when I think of Jacqueline, I honestly think of that pay-per-view that was held in England. I don't know if it was on purpose or if it was on accident. I think she was wrestling against Sable, and Sable pulled her top off. I remember that was a tape that was always in high demand when I was trading wrestling tapes. And I remember watching that over and over and over again, honestly, as a kid. I mean, before YouTube, this was on a VHS tape. You put it in, you press play, you press rewind, you press play, you press rewind, you press the slow-mo button, and that's just the way it was. I think of Beer Money with her run in TNA, as she was the manager of them for a little bit. But I don't know, man. You think of Jacqueline, you think of Mark Marrow. There's got to be more to her than I know about, because I don't know if I think of her as a Hall of Fame wrestler as well. From there we go into the Freebirds. The Freebirds are guys that honestly should have been put into the WWE Hall of Fame years ago. I'm not 100% sure if WWE wants to keep them out because they're not a WWE creation, or if it's something with Vince McMahon. But when you think of the Freebirds, you think of world-class championship wrestling, them going up against the Von Erichs. Honestly, I understood that the Von Erichs went in at WrestleMania 25 weekend. But when you think about it, I mean, the Freebirds should have gone in WrestleMania 26. It would have made a lot of sense if they would have went in WrestleMania 30. I know that's when Michael P.S. Hayes, Doc Hendricks, as I call him, basically started saying that if they didn't go in WrestleMania 30, they weren't going in at all. And there's been stupid rumors that Ric Flair started basically saying that Stone Cold Steve Austin said that he would boycott this year's WrestleMania if the Freebirds weren't given the right spot in the Hall of Fame. But now it looks like they're really going in. From there we go to the Godfather. Godfather is a guy with a ton of gimmicks. Papa Shango, the Godfather, Kama. He was a part of the Nation of Domination. This is a guy that was a great gimmick, much like Coco Beware, or a lot like Oh shit! There was somebody who went into the Hall of Fame last year. It was sort of like they had a good gimmick. Maybe I guess it'd be the Bushwhackers. He's going to go into that list of people that people don't really think they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, and people can say it's because he's friends with the Undertaker, or they give a long list of reasons. But the Godfather is a guy that's always been in good with WWE. He's done the returns every time they go to Vegas, or like he did the Royal Rumble in 2013, 2014, whatever year that was. He was a part of that, even though he was only in the Rumble for mere seconds. I mean, he just doesn't seem like he's a Hall of Fame guy. And I keep on going. And from there we go to Regis Philbin, who I think was a part of 2 WrestleManias. I can't really think of any of the moments. It's not like Bob Uecker, who was a big part of WrestleMania back in the day, getting choked by Andre, going up to the top of the Pontiac Silverdome, sitting in the cheap seats. I don't know. Regis Philbin, I think he was a part of WrestleMania 7. Maybe he was a part of WrestleMania 6 in Toronto too, but I definitely remember him at the Los Angeles one, interviewing people, and I don't know. I mean, it's a name. He's been out of television for a year or two. I can't even think of the last thing that he did publicly on television. I wonder if he's in the best of health. Or something like that, but we'll have to see what's going on with Regis. But when I look over these 5 names to join Sting, all I can say, I'm glad that I sold my ticket.